slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words.
Syria. The swift ascent of Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, in the Syrian conflict was as unexpected as it was consequential. Born from a fractured rebellion, HTS capitalized on the Assad regime's weakening grip and the international community's fatigue. Their blend of Salafism and Syrian nationalism resonated with a population disillusioned by years of war. HTS's military successes were due to strategic acumen and battlefield adaptability. They exploited the Syrian army's exhaustion and the regime's overstretched resources. Their control over supply lines and effective propaganda projected strength. However, HTS's ascent was not without controversy. Their links to al-Qaeda raised concerns among international actors and within Syria. Their strict interpretation of Islamic law and human rights record fueled anxieties. The world watched with a mix of hope and apprehension, uncertain of Syria's future under HTS. The international community reacted to the fall of the Assad regime with a mixture of caution, apprehension, and a degree of unpreparedness. The swiftness of the events in Syria took many by surprise. Governments and international organizations found themselves scrambling to formulate a coherent response to the rapidly changing dynamics on the ground. The United States, long a critic of the Assad regime, expressed concerns about the potential for groups like ISIS to exploit the power vacuum. The U.S. launched airstrikes against known ISIS camps in eastern Syria, aiming to prevent the terrorist group from regrouping and capitalizing on the instability. Washington also engaged in talks with Turkey, a key regional player, to coordinate efforts and prevent the situation from escalating into a broader regional conflict. The United Nations, through its envoy to Syria, called for urgent talks in Geneva. The aim was to bring together representatives from the Syrian government, the opposition, and key international stakeholders. The hope was to negotiate an orderly political transition and prevent further bloodshed. However, the absence of a clear successor to Assad and the fragmented nature of the Syrian opposition posed significant challenges to these diplomatic efforts. Section 4. Echoes of Change. Syria at a crossroads. The fall of the Assad regime reverberated throughout Syria, triggering a wave of emotions and reactions. In cities and towns across the country, people poured into the streets, expressing a mixture of jubilation, trepidation, and uncertainty about the future. For many, the end of Assad's rule represented the end of an era marked by repression, brutality, and fear. Years of conflict had left Syrian society deeply divided and traumatized. The sudden shift in power dynamics unleashed long-suppressed grievances and anxieties. While some celebrated the downfall of the regime, others expressed concerns about the potential for chaos and retribution. The absence of a clear roadmap for a peaceful transition fueled anxieties about the future. The humanitarian crisis, which had plagued Syria for years, reached a critical juncture. The collapse of the central government threatened to disrupt essential services and exacerbate the suffering of millions of displaced people within the country. The closure of the Lebanese border and the evacuation of Damascus airport further complicated the situation, making it difficult for aid organizations to reach those in need. peace and stability.